I try to serve the people first and foremost. Coffee Lounge Season 2.
It's so cursed.
Never give Foggy your Snapchat.
In fact, most of the time I am rad-ish.
Hi. I don't really agree with all of those things, but hi.
And I was just like, I've really been craving the hummus that you make. Morgan's extremely toxic.
I'm so toxic. I walk past people and they die. I don't know what they can expect from us now. Like you had asked me that like 3 or 4 episodes ago. I was like, I don't know. You just have to wait kind of city, I guess. I don't know.
Fucking see. Fuck them.
We like you said, we do what we want.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. How we doing out there?
Hello.
Oh, goodness. It's been so long. It's been 84, 4, 5, 6, 80 something. It's been over 80 It's
years.
been 84 years.
Is it actually 84 years?
I think so. I don't know.
Is that the quote? I mean, she's old. She's probably senile. She doesn't remember time. I've only seen that movie once, actually, the Titanic. And when was it? It was only like 2 or 3 years ago since I've seen it.
Yeah, no, I've seen it probably once or twice in my whole life. I wasn't really interested in it. It's not. Yeah. It wasn't good. I'm okay. I'm gonna say something that's probably a little bit controversial or like a hot take.
You?
Yeah. I don't like James Cameron as a director. I don't think I've seen any movies that he's made that I've liked. Exception being the Alien movies. I love the Alien movies.
Like as in like Alien versus Predator?
Yeah, like the Xenomorph movies.
I did not know who you were talking about until you said that. And the only reason I know that person, that director, that guy, is where was I reading this? I don't remember where I read this, but the only thing I know about him is his inspiration for Alien was he was really, really high on drugs. I forget if it was mushrooms or LSD or both. But he had a real thing for drag queens. Is he dead?
Who, James Cameron? No, I think he's still alive. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay,
I try not to pay attention to him.
Okay. Well, I know he at least had a thing for drag queens, and his inspiration for Alien came from him being high on some kind of drug, and he was basically being spit roasted by 2 drag queens, and there's actually a mural in Alien of this happening, like in the background. There's like a little Easter egg of it happening.
Huh.
And so I did not know who you were talking about until you mentioned Alien. I was like, oh, the spit roast guy. Yeah.
Wow. He really kind of sounds like an asshole, doesn't he? Just a big old asshole director in Hollywood.
Is he?
Yeah, is just a actually? big old asshole director in Hollywood. Yeah, I guess. Maybe. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this, welcome to season 2 of Morgan and Foggy in the Coffee Lounge. I am your host, Foggy LeBeau. And of course, as always, with me is my right-hand man, my co-host, my coup d'etat, my fruit of my loom, Mr. Morgan Coffee Bean.
Hi. I don't really agree with all of those things, but hi.
Yes. Hello. Yes, so you're watching Morgan and Foggy in the Coffee Lounge. Basically, if you've never seen or heard our show, basically what it is we, talk about anything that we want to talk about, and we do what we want.
It's very complicated. It's very, very complicated. But, we try. We try to bear this burden for the people. Someone has to do it.
Absolutely.
We didn't see anyone else doing it, so we're like, well,
we didn't see anybody else doing it, so we had to pull up and man up, if you will.
Yep. Yep, and I was like, listen, Fog, between the two of us, we have at least 3 shoulders. We could pile a pretty big
Ah,
burden on that.
yes, yes, of course. Of course. Yeah, you know, born to shit, forced to wipe. So
I hate that phrase so much. I really hate that
mm-hmm.
phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, okay. I have a question. I have a question. Were you trying to set up the asshole joke again?
Maybe a
The
little bit.
segue?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
You were like, "Oh, really? Is he? Is he an asshole?" We're talking.
I didn't know.
We're talking about Am I the Asshole post today, everybody. Yay! There we go.
My favorite.
Woo!
Do it again. More assholes.
More assholes. We love assholes.
It's okay. We're human. There's plenty of those around.
Oh, goodness. So yes, we are doing that today. And if you guys want to see us doing these kind of things and you actually want to be a part of it, we do this stuff live every single time we do an episode. It's live on Twitch. It's usually probably going to be on more so on my channel here on twitch.tv/Foggy LeBeau. But I think that probably season 2 going forward, we'll probably try to split the focus of the episodes between us, between our channels, rather, I guess, just to, you know, let the podcast shine on your end as well, Morgan.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. And actually, speaking of season 2, if you haven't seen our previous episode, which was the last episode of season 1, we were kind of talking about we were kind of talking about plans for season 2, and that part of our ideas was reaction content to music, videos, basically anything really.
Yeah.
And so we were talking earlier this morning, right before we started up, and we're like, well, what are we going to react to? Like, we could find some content, of course. Like, it's not hard to find reaction content.
No, not at all.
But what we actually decided to do is, since it's the first episode, it would make sense for this to be like an introductory one where we're explaining what's going to be happening, what our plans are for season 2.
Yeah.
And because we're wanting to do some reaction content, you guys can actually send us things that you would like us to watch and see. It could be music, it could be comedy, it could be horror, it could be honestly just about anything.
Yeah.
As long as it's like within TOS.
Yeah. I was actually, that's exactly what I was about to say. It's like, let's not just say anything. I mean, y'all can send some pretty cursed shit. But also, I think maybe what we could try to do is kind of set some separate folders up in our personal Discords. That way we can stay reacting to the same type of content. Like we could have like a horror one, a comedy one, or like a video one, or music one, something like that. That way, we don't have to like through the files, if you will. We can just start at the top of the list and go down.
Yeah. No, I like that. I really like that idea. Yeah, I can actually take care of that right after this. If you can't tell, we're spitballing as we go.
Yeah, we're just going. Yeah, we're just going. We're just talking. We can't do this on Twitch or anything. But maybe there's a way we could. And this is just something that I was thinking about. If you would be down, Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. We could probably do it on like Patreon or something, where we react to like uncut like anime or something, like where we just like watch and react to like anime that they send us that they want us to watch.
So like actually watching like shows and stuff also.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, obviously we can't do that on Twitch, we can't do that on YouTube or anything, but like
Mm.
maybe that's something we could possibly offer on like, you know, something like Patreon or something where you can post content like that and not get absolutely obliterated.
Yeah, and you can post that content on YouTube as long like there are ways like a lot of people actually do that. There are ways to get around like claims. There's like but it is an entire genre of content on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we could post it on there. It would have to be like either pre-recorded or we could record it on Patreon or like stream it on Patreon.
Right. Let us know. Let us know in the comments or, you know, otherwise like in the Discords, if that's something you guys would be down for. Maybe, hey, you know what, Morgan? Maybe we could make a separate. Like I said, we are just spitballing here. These are things that are just coming to my brain. Maybe we could make a little Discord. Yeah, a little coffee lounge Discord community. Just for like just for the content, like just for our content, that we post together.
Absolutely,
that would be cool.
Yeah, I've actually thought about that before, because we have Discords for our personal like Twitch and that kind of thing, but we don't have one for the coffee lounge, and I think that would make a lot of sense, especially if people are wanting to submit
exactly
things for us
video submissions and stuff like that.
Exactly. So that I like that idea. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool beans. We might be doing that. We'll talk more about it off the stream, but like I said, so getting into today's topic, we are going to talk about Am I the Asshole posts. Yes. Morgan,
we love those.
What do you got for us today?
Well, I have death. I have
except for COVID. What else do you have?
Shut up. I have a whole whopping screen for you right here.
Ooh. I've sent you screen pics. Respond. I've sent you screenless pics. Please respond.
I hate it. All right, so there you go. You should be able to see my screen now. That's being shared. So let me take a look. There's a lot, and these can go any direction, which is fun.
I don't think it's showing up yet. Let's see. There we go. I got it. I got it pulled up on the stream. So here we go.
It works. It lives. All right. I pointed this out earlier. It's funny that all the suggested like the top communities. There's like cozy places, guides, ask women, skincare, and then just right there, porn. I didn't even know if that's what that was a whole a genre on Reddit. Anyways,
Reddit's a different world, bro.
It is. It's one I'm not very familiar with.
Me neither.
So here's one. The most recent one was literally posted 4 hours ago.
Okay.
And it says, "Am I the asshole for deciding not to use my favorite girl name for my daughter like I always wanted because my husband's sister decided to use it for hers?"
Wait. Am I the asshole for deciding not to use?
Yes. So this person did not use the name they really wanted to use for their daughter because their sister-in-law stole it and used it for her daughter.
That doesn't make you an asshole. I don't understand what the question is, because it would make sense if you said, am I the asshole for deciding to use the name despite, you know what I'm saying? Because then like I could see how somebody would be offended. But if you're not using the name, how does anybody have the right to be offended by what you're... I don't understand. What the fuck is the question?
I don't really know. Like,
What's
if
the issue
anything, it would
here?
be if anything, it would be like the sister-in-law who'd be the asshole for knowing that it's something you wanted to name your kid. And it's
Right.
like, oh no, I'm gonna name my kid that instead.
Right. Right. Yeah, no, that's weird. Skip. Skip. I don't
All
even want to
right.
know about it. Next.
Am I the asshole for using the disabled toilets? I've definitely never done that.
I saw one. I saw this post. It was like it's like a, you know, a meme post. It was a shit post. And ironic because, you know, toilet. Yeah, exactly. But it was basically, it said something like me sitting down in the disabled toilets while somebody is like banging on the door trying to, like, I don't remember exactly what the context was, but basically it was just Thanos sitting on the throne and spreading his legs out.
Just man spreading on the toilet.
Yeah, he was like,
that's
me with all this room while while I sit in the disabled toilet.
I hate that.
It made me laugh. It was really good.
That's
it was really
hilarious. Good. That's really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
It's pretty short. We could read through it really quick, just because this sounds like it might be funny.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. So, am I the asshole for using the disabled toilets? This year, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis.
Ulcerative colitis. Okay, so that's already tough because, like, have you ever seen or met anybody with ulcerative colitis?
No, I don't think I've ever even heard of it before.
Okay, so ulcerative colitis, think of it kind of like, what's the word? What, it's kind of like IF, or what is it? Inflammatory.
IBS?
Yeah, IBS.
Irritable bowel syndrome.
Yes, it's very similar to that in that, like, it's like a flare up type thing, like, and when you have to go, like, this is already points on this guy's side, because when you have ulcerative colitis, like, it's an emergency. Like, when you have to go, you gotta go. Like, you have to go to the bathroom right now. There's no, okay, already I'm not feeling this guy as an asshole.
Yeah, and also, like, I feel bad for his asshole, if anything. But also, like, if you're suffering from this and, like, you're having a flare-up, then you're not gonna be thinking about, like, which toilet is, like, like, which you're just going for.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're just running. Like, you're just running, trying to get to a toilet. Like, I already.
Red, the sirens are flashing. Like, the lights are going.
Yeah.
Police, people are crying. People are like, it's.
Yeah.
This is emergency.
I already feel like this guy is not an asshole, but let's continue.
All right. So this year, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis and experienced a really bad flare-up. It's under control now, and I'm symptom-free, but the worry is there that I can flare up at any time.
Okay? Yep, exactly.
Due to this, I use the disabled toilets when I'm out. I was at a restaurant yesterday, and I really needed to use a toilet. I used the disabled toilet, and when I was finished, a man in a wheelchair was waiting. He saw me and pointed out I'd used the disabled toilets, and I told him I was aware. He said they were for disabled people, and he shouldn't have to wait while non-disabled people use the toilets. I told him I understood what disabled toilets were for, and that maybe he shouldn't judge everyone just because they don't look disabled enough for his standards. All right, good for you, bud. He just started ranting that I was out of line for using the disabled toilets while actual disabled people have to wait. So I just told him to mind his fucking business and stop judging everyone based on how disabled he thinks they are. He just mentioned I should respect disabled people's rights, and I just told him again that he doesn't get to decide who is and isn't disabled, and maybe he should stop being a judgmental prick. He just said I should be ashamed. So, am I the asshole for using the disabled toilets? I would say, well, I want to hear what you have to say first.
I don't feel like he's an asshole. I'm sorry, I just don't. I
Yeah.
actually, maybe this is just me, but I agree with them. Like, you have ulcerative colitis, it's an emergency. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have the time to consider, oh, should I use this toilet or should I use this toilet? You're just running for the fucking toilet. Like, it doesn't matter
Mm.
what's going on. So,
Yep.
like, no, it's completely logical and reasonable that he used that toilet, if especially if it was the only one available.
Yeah. No,
Like,
absolutely.
you're in a public place, there's no guarantee that any other toilet is even available at the time.
Yeah.
So I agree. Mind your own fucking business, dude.
Yes. I do agree 100%. The only thing I would say is that I hope that he mentioned he does have a disability. Like, because if he was just saying, like, it, he doesn't mention here that he told the guy in the wheelchair that he did have ulcerative colitis,
Mm-hmm.
but just like some people uh, might be disabled, just not what you consider to be disabled, which
Right.
is true. Like everything he said here is true and
I mean,
accurate.
but at the
It's just
same time, to be fair, just because this other guy is disabled, it doesn't mean he is privy to this other guy's information. So,
true.
like,
That's
he
a good
doesn't
point.
have to tell him that he has ulcerative colitis. It's not
Right.
any of this other guy's business.
Yes. I
So,
do agree with
like,
that. He shouldn't
it
have to justify using
exactly,
this.
exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
Um, like, I mean, for instance, right? Um, not to like compare this guy's struggle with mine or anything, but like, I'm a disabled vet. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I have broken my neck and my back. Um,
Yes.
and I don't look like it, but I'm disabled. And if some prick was to tell me, "Hey, you can't do this because you're not disabled," I'd be like, "Fuck you, buddy. You don't know me."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel the same. I kind of feel the almost exact same way as this guy. So
Yeah. No, and that's fair. I guess what I was saying was coming more from a like if I were in his shoes, then I would explain is like I
you
get
would
it.
just
I get
want to
you're
be crystal
frustrated.
clear with the
Yeah.
guy.
Right. I would say like I get it. Like yes, you're disabled. This is the only toilet that you're able to use. I'm also disabled. I have this condition, and that's it. Now, if he were to keep pestering and harassing beyond that point, I'd be like, nope, that's it. No more nice.
Yeah.
Like you don't deserve any more. You don't deserve any more nice. You can go die in a hole. Cry me a river and drown yourself in it. Uh,
Waterboard yourself with your tears, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Hope you have a good upper body strength. You can swim your way out.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah,
Okay.
no, this
So
this,
that
this
that
guy's not. He's not the asshole. Not at all.
no, absolutely. And I feel like that was a pretty good one to get us settled in to the
Warm up.
to the yeah, it's a good warm up. Let's go. Who's next? Who's next?
All right. Am I the asshole for telling my sister that my nephew, I'm assuming her son, is probably miserable because she's a hoarder?
Oh, shit. Oh no.
Oh dear. You want to do this one? Seems like it could be volatile.
Absolutely. It sounds vicious and I want to be a part of it.
Okay. Ahem. My sister's house is basically overrun with rodents.
Ah, nah.
Strong opening sentence.
That's tough.
That's a lot. All right. Every time I visited, I can hear the scritching and scratching. Sometimes I even catch a glimpse of one. Very creepy and unhygienic because I'm sure the droppings are everywhere. The reason they're around is because my sister is a hoarder. She keeps all these old food packages lingering around in stacks all over the house. I've kind of gently hinted that she has a problem before, but she'll just deny, insisting that it's just normal clutter or that it's not trash day yet. My nephew Jim works 2 part-time jobs and volunteers on the weekends since school has been out. I think he's just trying to get out of the house. Every time I see him, he seems so defeated and down. Oh, buddy. Recently, I was visiting him and my sister was talking about how she plans to bring in some new wallpapers to remodel the house and give it a fresher look. Jim sounded cheerful enough at first, but midway through the conversation, tears just started rolling down his face. He looked embarrassed, kind of awkwardly said sorry, and then left. My sister explained he's been in quote-unquote moods lately and said, teen years. I said, yeah, teen years. Have you ever stopped to think he's unhappy because you're a damn hoarder and his home is full of mice? My sister got offended and said, how dare I call her a hoarder? The only reason I've seen her house even slightly as unclean is because I'm her sister and she trusts me enough to be casual. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't mean to upset her or be mean, but I just felt so bad for my nephew and I was tired of hearing her excuses. But now she's upset with me and I regret it because we've been so close over the years. Am I the asshole? Should I just apologize?
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you this. Okay.
Tell me this.
Everybody who's like a regular on this channel knows I work in the mental health field. Okay. This it might be a little bit asshole-ish the way you went about telling your sister. Because from what it seems to me, and I have seen houses like this, this seems like it's a case of mental health in the sister, not just in the I'm sure the son's probably dealing with it too, at least by proxy, if nothing else. But yeah. Hoarding is usually it's because of an associated mental health condition.
Okay.
And
I don't know this, so this is actually really, really interesting to me.
No, yeah, absolutely. And if it was me, if I was doing my job, right? If I was like doing my job, and I saw a house that looked like that, I would be forced to file a report either with like child protective services or even adult protective services. Because you can't live like that. You can't live like that. And so like, like, and like I'm saying, like, that's my job. And so like, I've seen that a lot. It's usually associated with some type of mental illness, whether that's just like major depressive disorder or like even something more, serious, like a personality disorder or like some type of schizophrenia. Right. But yeah, I mean, it's not sanitary, but it's also not safe. It's not safe at all to live in an environment like that. So yeah, I mean, I do think that she's kind of an asshole for going about it in the way that she did. Like, just, because obviously if this person's struggling with their mental health, hey, you don't need to bring them down even further. But at the same time, it's like, okay, but they need help as well. So it's kind of like, are you going to do something, or are you just going to insult your sister? Like, it's where it comes to a point, and you can tell that your nephew is miserable. It comes to a point like, what's more important, your relationship with your sister or the health and well-being of your sister and her son?
Yeah.
It's a tough choice to make, but sometimes reality is a bitch and you have to get slapped by it.
Right. I mean, yeah, I think I agree with you. Because they've mentioned here, like, I think this is a brother. Anyways, the poster. they're saying that the house is basically overrun with it, and that they hear scratching all the time. They can see them running around. There's droppings everywhere, and that they've tried hinting at things, but the sister just denies that it's even a problem. And like, while it might be unsafe for her, I guess like at the end of the day, it is her choice to live like that, but it's not just her living there. Because if this is actually like some sort of mental issue or some sort of if there's something going on in her head that's causing her to behave this way, it's basically her mental illness or her mental issues are causing a very unsafe environment for her son.
Agreed.
And that is not fair.
Agreed.
If you're not going to fix things for yourself, do it for the people who you claim to love and who don't have a choice but to be there.
Agreed. Agreed. 100% agree.
Now, like, yeah, the brother could probably. It feels like the poster got like kind of snapped out of frustration.
Yes, which is very common. It's very okay because it's not okay, but it's natural. It's a natural response to somebody who's not used to dealing with something like that. Like for instance, like I would be, right? But like my point of it is like, okay, you've snapped now, but like what's gonna come of it besides you making a post on Reddit asking if you're an asshole for snapping? Like, I think that there's more action that needs to happen. You need to either make a CPS report or an APS report, something to that's, and it's not being an asshole to make those reports. A lot of people, there's some type of stigma associated with contacting protective services on like family members. It makes people think that you are like a bad person for doing that, which I don't understand that, because if you truly care about somebody, you don't want to see them living in squalor, basically. You don't want to see them living in a bad situation. And it shows more, in my opinion, it shows that you care more. It shows that you want them to succeed and be better people, even if they're not the ones who are taking the action to make it better for them. You are taking the action, and you're forcing them basically to make themselves better. And I don't think that is you being a bad person.
No. If anything, I mean, that shows how much you actually care about them, because that's not an easy thing to do. I mean,
no,
you don't just call protective services on family or someone you care about. Like, that's something you really give a lot of thought to and like wrestle with for a while before you finally pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
But no, I think that if this poster is going to call their sister out, they should be there to help deal with the issue.
Agreed.
Because just pointing out the issue and basically like making them feel shamed isn't going to do anything. If anything, it's going to make them deny that there's a problem even more.
Even more so, yeah. My thought exactly. So
like, that's normally like the pattern you see is if there's an issue and you call someone out on it, just for the sake of calling them out on it, you're not going to change their mind by making someone uncomfortable. You're just going to make them hold on to that even more fiercely. Yes.
So, are you an asshole for the way you went about it? Actually, I would probably say yes. I would say yes. It comes out of a place of concern, but you didn't do anything besides snap on your sister. So, I'm gonna go ahead and say, in my opinion, that hey, everybody's got their own opinion. In my opinion, you're an asshole.
Yeah. It's
not a big asshole, but like I would err on the side of like, I think it leans a little bit more towards yes, you're an asshole.
Yeah. Oh, this person did it. It's like This person said, "You're not the asshole for what you said, but you are for not doing anything to try and help your nephew."
Bingo.
Which, yeah,
Bingo.
is like, yeah, pretty much. But there's that one. I think we're both in agreement on that.
For sure.
All right. Am I the asshole for outing my friend that her baby voice isn't her normal voice?
Oh no.
It's like someone who speaks in ooh or something.
I'm not interested in that one.
All right.
Let's go forward.
Am I the asshole for making my boyfriend wear a tie to a black tie event?
Let's go. Let's do that one. That's weird to me. Let's go.
That is really weird. It's like, how can you not wear a tie to a black tie event?
It's in the name.
Black tie. How can it be a black tie event without the tie? That would just. I was gonna say that would just be a black event, but that sounds really wrong. I don't think I can say it. All right. Let's see here. So, my boyfriend and I attended my coworker/friend's wedding last weekend, where the dress code was black tie.
Sure.
I let him know a couple of weeks in advance, and he expressed annoyance, stating, "I never wear ties. I hate wearing ties." And I told him I was very honored to be invited to this wedding, as she is someone I care for and respect, and I would be embarrassed if he broke the dress code. Fast forward to the wedding, he wears the tie to the ceremony and is angry the entire time. Doesn't speak to me, has a terrible look on his face. I cried after the ceremony because I was upset that he was acting this way. He said, "You care about this wedding more than you do my feelings." We talked it out, had a good time at the reception. However, I feel like this week he's still sour about it. It's been a week today, and I teased him about how the pictures would have turned out better if he'd been in dress code. Apparently, that was unacceptable because now he's just as upset as he was at the wedding. I genuinely cannot wrap my head around how he can be this upset about a tie. Am I the asshole?
No. He's throwing a tantrum and being a little bitch.
It's like
it's part of it. It's in the name.
It is. It's a wedding. Like, swallow your pride, swallow your discomfort. You're an adult.
Wear a fucking tie, bro.
This is your girlfriend, not your mother. The fact that she's having to dress you for an event like this is pathetic on your end.
It's benoodly.
It's literally for a ceremony. You don't have to wear it the entire day. It's just for this brief event. Suck it up. You're an adult.
Yeah. Here's another thing. If you feel like ties are constricting, maybe you're doing it a little too tight, you dumb fuck. Fucking put it normal. Don't. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and keep doing that. Idiot. Oh my God. I'm so mad. Why am I so mad about this one? Dude, stop being a jerk off, dude. Just put the fucking tie on. It's not that big of a deal.
He's acting like a child. He's acting like a 4-year-old who's throwing a temper tantrum because he has to wear the stuffy tie or the stuffy suit or the stuffy button-up shirt that they don't want to.
Oh my gosh.
Grow up.
He probably asked for chicken tendies at the damn reception. Like, come on, bro, and macaroni.
And his what's it called, his binky. At that point, that's what I would do.
Damn, what a jerk.
Here's your pacifier.
No, your boyfriend or whoever it is a damn asshole for throwing a temper tantrum like a child. First of all,
and it's not.
I enjoy wearing a tie when I'm suited up, because it makes me feel sexy. I'm not even playing. When I'm suited up, I feel sexy. It makes me feel. Yeah. It makes me feel like I'm you know what I'm saying? Makes me feel swaggy.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I have full 3-piece suits. I have really nice vests. I have really nice ties. I have really nice suits.
Yes.
And I don't have that many events to wear them, but
no,
I do
same.
have the opportunity to wear them. I'm excited about it.
I'm aware of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's exactly like you're saying. It makes you feel good about yourself. It makes you feel very like official, but also it gives you a lot of confidence also because I mean you look in the mirror and you see like a very well put together person like looking back at you. You're like, oh yeah, actually okay, yeah, this is good.
For sure. No.
Either way, even if that's not your thing, suck it up. Don't sulk the entire time, ruining the event.
Ruining the event and so it's not even your event, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. God, I can't stand people who are so selfish, bro. Not think about anybody else in the damn you know, what is it? What was it? Was it a wedding?
Yes, it was a wedding. Yep. And the whole, you care about this wedding more than you do my feelings.
Oh, that's like, so petty.
The amount, like, this is selfishness. This is selfishness to a toddler's degree.
It is. It is. It's literally.
I'm embarrassed.
It would. Like genuinely, it would make me reconsider the relationship. Somebody asked him like.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because this reflects on her too, because he's the person who she's in a relationship with.
Right. That's wild to me. That's wild to me. Next, that was a case closed, full-fledged, completely right. Everybody, I think everybody is in agreement on that one. I don't think there's any room for like debate.
Yeah. He's like, no, you're not the asshole, lady. You need to get away from the one. You need to get away.
You need to get away from the asshole. Yeah, that's crazy, yo.
My God. All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to borrow money from my husband anymore?
I'm assuming what it's gonna be is like the husband makes her feel bad when she tries to borrow money from him. I don't know if you're married. Maybe just call me old-fashioned, but like my money is Sylvie's money, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with Sylvie using my money, or you know, she doesn't have a problem with me using her money. It's our money is our money, you know. So maybe that's old-fashioned. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not really interested in that one.
Yeah.
Unless you are, we can definitely, you know, delve into it if you want to.
No. I it's pretty much the same thing. Like we can go on.
Yeah.
Let me see. Am I the asshole for telling my wife her reaction to a waitress not taking a picture was OTT? What's OTT?
Over the top.
Over the top? Yeah.
I would assume that's what. I don't know. I assume
that would make
over the top.
Sense. I think that would make sense, yeah. Am I the asshole for telling my wife her reaction to a waitress not taking a picture was over the top?
Yeah, that makes sense.
What you think?
Oh,
am I the asshole for declining to visit my boyfriend's family for Christmas because his mom hates immigrants?
Oh, let's go. I want to do that one. I want to do that one. Look at me running this race. I want to do that one. Oh, let's break it down.
This is a spicy one.
Oh, I want to do it.
All right. So, am I the asshole for declining to visit my boyfriend's family for Christmas because his mom hates immigrants? Question mark? Okay. My boyfriend recently asked me if I'd like to visit his family for Christmas. In parentheses, I'm not Christian and I don't go home for Christmas because, haha, I'm one of those bloody immigrants flooding these white countries.
Ooh.
So he's one of the. Okay.
Oh, wait. So this person is one of the
people. He is one of the people who this the boyfriend's mom is going on about.
Oh, no.
Oh God.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready. My body is ready.
All right. So, okay, that's a very good opening line that really sets the picture. All right. Initially, I was really happy and felt really touched he'd invite me to something so close and personal. We haven't been dating too long, around 6 months. Yesterday, he revealed to me during an unrelated conversation that his mother dislikes immigrants and thinks that they're taking over Europe, and she would dislike both me and the fact that he was dating me. Okay. It felt really strange. I don't know how better to describe it. And asked him why on earth he'd asked me to visit on Christmas then. And he said because he liked me and his family would respect that. We talked a little more, and I got to know that he too feels very strongly about immigrants flooding Europe, but he doesn't mind people like me because we are well educated and earn high salaries. This is okay. No. This is that right there. If you ever, this goes out to everyone who's watching now or watching later.
We don't like that.
If you are around somebody, if you are friends with somebody who says, I'm not racist, but that's what this phrase means.
That's exactly that. Ooh, that's tough, yo. That's tough. Oh, I don't even think we need to finish the rest. I don't.
I've already made my mind up about these people.
Same. You, not only are you not the asshole, but I think you probably saved your life.
Honestly, yeah. Oh wait, there is just a little bit left.
Especially if you were in Harrison, fucking Arkansas. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah, for real. All right, let me just reading this first part. We won't read all the edits. We'll just read this last little set paragraph.
Bet.
All right, so just FYI, my post-tax income is at present 4 times my boyfriend's. Okay, good for you. All of a sudden, I feel strange as fuck. I don't even know why. And I told him that I don't think I can visit his family. He's upset and hurt, and I don't quite know how to explain it to me, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of a typo there. Okay, he's upset and hurt, and I don't quite know how to explain it, but I do not want to be a guest at someone's house knowing they hate me for being an unworthy, quote-unquote, interloper in their precious country and someone who doesn't deserve her pure white son. Am I the asshole here?
Oh, shit!
Pure white son. I've met so many people like this. They are monsters. They are absolute nightmares to interact with in any way. And they're proud of themselves. They are proud of themselves for feeling this way about people. Yeah, no, I don't need to read anything else. No, get away from this family. Get away from this boyfriend. If they don't respect you as a human being, they don't respect you. Get away. They don't love you. They don't deserve you.
Is wild. That's wild.
The fact people treat others as if you can choose which coochie you fall out of. No. Disgusting people. Get away from him. You're in danger.
There's
honestly
quite a few people in the town we came up in who act like this.
Yep. I can think of a few right off the top of my head.
Sheesh. That one was tough. That was tough to get through. That was actually tough to get through.
Oh, wait. Final edit. Thank you for everyone who commented. Yes, even the ones who called me an easy white worshipping ethnic woman. I'm hurt as fuck and want to take time to think and eat ice cream and cry. Toodles. Oh, baby. All right.
That's tough. Okay.
That was
tough to get through.
Yeah, actually. White worshipping ethnic woman. People are insane. Okay. Am I the asshole for making a room just for me in my house and not allowing anyone else to use it? So having like a personal room? Okay, so this poster is female. Guys have what's called a man cave that they rarely let their wives go into. Why would this be any different?
A she shed. It's a she shed.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I will say, this is just me personally. I find it a little bit weird to not let anybody go into the room or whatever. Like, but I also find it weird that there's men who don't allow anybody else to go into their quote unquote man cave. I find that weird to not allow somebody who lives in the place that you're all sharing a domicile. I personally find it weird, but like at the same time, if you're setting those boundaries, good for you. You have your own personal space where you go to escape and just, be with your thoughts, collect yourself. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I don't think you're an asshole. I personally find it a little bit weird, like I said, to not allow anybody else into the room. But I would find it weird with anybody, like I said. So yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Do you want me to read this out? It's pretty short.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So I, female 38, and my husband 39, and kids, 9-year-old boy, 6-year-old girl, moved at around the beginning of summer. The house is mostly furnished, but still has a good amount of space that will mostly go unused. I began to start decorating a room that we have no plans to use, just small stuff, nothing too crazy. I just wanted to use the area to indulge in my hobbies. When my husband found out, he was fucking livid because I didn't get permission to do that. Which is weird as fuck because I'm not a child. He figured out what I was doing, and as I was setting the room up, but the furniture I was using was stuff he was planning to throw away. I'm talking perfectly fine couches, TVs, etc., because he wanted something new. I was just putting it to good use, and so I'm not understanding why he's upset. This happened 3 days ago, and now he's being extremely immature and being intentionally distant. Asshole.
It's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit tricky because you didn't talk to him first about it. Is he overreacting a little bit? Is he being a little petty? Sure. I do agree with that. But that is a conversation that y'all need to have together. It shouldn't be a asking for permission type thing, but it should be a conversation that you guys have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's where I am also. Like I think it's good to have a room where you can indulge in things that make you happy. Whether it's like a garage where you work on vehicles, carpentry, whatever. Or if that's like a gaming room, for instance, like an office. But if you're moving with your family into a new house, it should be a conversation at least, saying like I want to use this space, just to be polite and be respectful about it. It's like I want to use this space for this, not just like claim,
like I understand telling the kids like stay the fuck out of this room. This isn't a room for you. Yeah. That's fine, but like your spouse, you have to talk to them. Right. You have to. It's got to be a consensus you come to together. Like, hey, I'd like to have this space as my own personal space, and I need it for me. Like, yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
If nothing else, just say like, I might have times when I want to use this space and just be alone to kind of indulge in things that make me happy. Just say that. Just communicate. Just say what is it that you're needing or what you want. It's really that easy.
Yep. Cut and dry.
Yeah, like just communicate. Yeah, we have quite a few more. Like, I mean, it's Am I the Asshole? There's gonna be thousands, millions of these. before we continue though, I need to run to the bathroom and go. I need to go piddle. I need to go pee pee.
Okay.
So I will.
Well, that's a good segue for me then. I'm going to talk about stuff while you're gone. Oh, yawn.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, I will stop sharing for just a moment.
Yawn. Okay.
And I will be right back.
Cool beans. Well, hey, while Morgan is gone, let's talk. Let's rap, if you will. Just so you guys know, there's a lot of things that are popping right now. We're doing a lot of stuff. We're doing a lot of things. If you guys want, you can follow us on all that their social media. We each have a Discord you can join. Also, I do have a Patreon if you are interested in reading or anything like that. I do have a light novel that's in the works. And if you guys want to do that, you can always find Foggy's Horror Stories on Patreon. Once again, if you are listening on Spotify, just know that we stream live on Twitch whenever we do these episodes, so you can always follow us at twitch.tv/Foggy LeBeau, twitch.tv/Morgan_coffee bean. So just some stuff to think about. So in keeping with today's theme, if you don't go and follow those things, if you don't go to Discord, are you the asshole? Okay? Just think about it. Think about it. If you don't go to Patreon, are you the asshole? It might be something to think about. That's all I'm saying.
What are we thinking about?
Oh, nothing. Don't even worry about it.
Okay. I had a random thought. Well, I was, piss thoughts. And like you hear about shower thoughts. Hashtag make piss great again. No, I had a thought. It's like, how many of these people? I was wondering how many of these people, if it turns out people are saying that they are the asshole, like that is the overall consensus. How many of these people actually change their behavior and apologize to whoever the post is about? And then I was thinking, I had a question for you. So let's say you and Sil, or you and Grave, or you and me. Let's use you and I in this example. Let's say you and I had this massive argument, this big fight that we didn't see eye to eye on, and I was like, "You jerk, stupid." I don't know. I can't actually think of anything to insult you with.
I wear most of my insults like a badge of honor. When somebody.
How would you feel if you later found out, like say like a month or so after like an argument with me, how would you feel about finding out that I had done an Am I the Asshole about us and our situation?
Well,
it would all be anonymous, like all these are also.
Right. I would not, I wouldn't feel bad about it, because honestly, for me, if I was to read that you did this, I feel like the reason it's the reason behind it, right? You're searching for introspection. You're searching for like, you're doing search, basically soul searching, like, what was I wrong here? And you're asking for outside opinions. I mean, this is literally something that you're supposed to do in counseling. As a counselor, you're supposed to be self-reflective and self-assessing, and not just that, but asking for others' opinions and others' counsel when you feel like you've done something wrong. This is literally in the Code of Ethics, the American Counseling Association Code of Ethics. Like, it's actually part of it that that a counselor should always be seeking to be self-assessing and self-reflective. So, if I was to see it, it wouldn't bother me at all. Now, obviously, if you're like, this guy's a piece of shit, this guy's like, maybe then I might have some words for you.
Yeah.
But like, no, I mean, even then, I probably still wouldn't have words for you because you feel how you feel. But you're still asking the question. You know what I mean? So that's my take.
Yeah. No, I really like that. That I think that's a really good answer, because I feel like first of all, like for like you and I, if there was something we disagreed on, I feel like we're the type of people who would actually just talk about it, like talk it out, you know. But I really like the fact that your answer was, you didn't immediately jump to the conclusion that you're being, you know, like talked about behind your back, like shit talking and all that stuff. You're like, well, this person's looking for an outside perspective on this.
Yeah.
You know, like they're looking for feedback. They're looking for other people's opinions on this. Like, again, like an outside, because maybe like, because this was also part of what I was thinking earlier when I was in the bathroom, was sometimes you're too close to a situation, so you can't see it for what it is.
Yep.
And so getting an outside perspective is one of the most helpful things you can do.
Agreed.
Because not only is it an outside perspective, it's a fresh perspective.
Right. Well, what would your answer be? Like, what if you found out I had made an AITA post about something that me and you had gone through?
I feel like I would mainly have questions. Like, it would depend on the post, I think. Kind of like what you were saying. Like, if it was actually looking for other opinions, I think I'd be like, no, like I get that. Like, there have been times when in relationships where my partner would go and talk to some of his friends about certain things, and say like, what do you think about this? And I was like, go talk to your friends. Like, sometimes that's what you need to do. Go talk to people, look for feedback. Maybe they'll maybe they'll have an opinion, or like a perspective on things that you and I don't. Maybe both of us are wrong, and then their perspective on this will be like, oh, you know, like maybe they'll have like a really
another good point about it, right? Whether you're using Reddit or you're just using like different friends from different friend groups and stuff like that to come to a consensus, is that people from different walks of life, people from different, you know, ethnic backgrounds and different places in the world, and like just people who have just had a different walk of life than you, they're great for giving you objective advice, because they may think about things completely in a different perspective than you ever thought, and it may teach you something. This is why it pays to be what's the word? Multiculturally competent. Because when you have an open mind and you are talking to all these different people, you get a bigger scope of the bigger picture, I guess is a good way to say it. And you're able to come to a more like clear conclusion about what it is that you need to do, what the situation was, and you know how to fix it.
Right.
So
I absolutely agree. Like the more and like if you're going for like a variety of perspectives and opinions, you're not going to find a better source than the internet.
No, absolutely. And
uh,
like you can't just go to the same friends that you've had for, like, if you're actually looking for an actual objective picture, you don't want to go to the same friends, the same two friends that you've had your entire life, who were raised in the exact same town as you, who have the exact same principles, the exact same morals, the exact same this, that, third. You know what I'm saying? Just like going down the list, everything is exactly the same.
Chamber.
Yeah, they're of course they're gonna think the exact same as you. It's a biased, it's a biased way to get to draw conclusions, essentially.
Especially if the people you're talking to, like if you're talking about someone to people who have never met this other person, the only thing they're going to know about this person is what you've told them.
Right.
And if you're talking to them in a frustrated way about this person, they're going to say, oh, this person is a frustrating person. This person causes problems.
Right.
That's why this person is being brought up in the first place.
And I always, I hate to always bring it back to this kind of stuff, but it actually, I don't hate it. I love doing it. It kind of harkens back to like when we were kids or like growing up, and like people would say like, oh yeah, just go talk to your pastor about it. Like no, but for real though, like, right? I mean, you're
absolutely right.
It's exactly the same. Like you're going to a biased opinion who is going to tell you basically the thing you want to hear, or rather just guilt you into whatever it is that that they want to mold you into. But like, it's,
and you're gonna believe him because he's the pastor. He is.
You're not gonna go against the status quo.
Exactly.
And that's where all of these unbiased things come in. And you're like, okay, well, let me talk to these people on the internet.
I was actually talking to a friend about this a week or two ago. She and I were talking about how, so she's originally from Mexico, and she's sweetest woman. She's so nice. But she was talking about how she really struggles with talking, carrying on like a conversation with people, especially if it has anything to do with her own personal beliefs or opinions on things. And it's even worse if her opinion or belief that she's trying to share with someone goes against what the other person is saying, like two conflicting ideas.
Right.
And I asked her, well, what was your background like? What was your childhood like growing up? Because I was genuinely curious. And she said, oh, like I grew up in church. This is what my parents were like. This is what my family was like. And I was like, okay, so that is exactly the kind of environment I also grew up in. And I told her, like, growing up, we were not taught that it's okay to have our own thoughts and opinions and share those. We were taught to be quiet, do what you're told, and don't ask questions. And so now as an adult, I've had to learn to be able to stand up for myself. I've had to find my own feet because I was in a wagon. I was being carried through life. And now that I don't have that anymore, I have to learn how to stand on my feet. I have to learn that it's fine to have your own thoughts, and learning to verbalize those thoughts it's like a muscle you've never used before. It's going to be weak, but it gets stronger the more you do it. Agreed. And she was like, oh, and so I feel like that. Yeah. And
well, not just that, but like
this kind of situation is being able to step back from the situation, think about it rationally, or if you know that you can't, like, know yourself well enough to go and seek another perspective on it.
Absolutely. And like a thing is like another thing to consider is like, you're growing up like that, but then also on the opposite side, people are too afraid to actually ask questions and speak their minds these days because they're too afraid that even asking questions is going to get them hemmed up. It's going to get them, canceled or, no, but seriously though, like it's a genuine concern. And it doesn't sit well with me that people aren't even allowed to ask questions about certain things because in fear that their character will be judged, you know,
Yeah.
and
Like,
that's
a
not
stamp
right.
that's going to be on them forever. They're basically
Right.
branded.
They're branded as a hater or like as, you know, this, that, or the third. When I understand it when it comes to like, okay, well now you're saying offensive shit and you're, you know, this, that, and the third. But like when you're genuinely asking questions that you need the answers to, but then you don't want to do it because, you know, it's going to get you in trouble. Like, well, okay, well, how are you supposed to grow as a person if you can't even ask questions?
Yeah, like let people have the freedom to ask,
to have discourse
like
and
have the gentleness to be able to let people ask questions and give them the room to grow.
Yes. Yes.
Because if none of us were ever allowed to ask questions or given the room to grow, then we'd all still be children, like mentally.
Agreed. Agreed.
It's like,
and that's what we
like,
saw. Like that's what we saw for us growing up. You're not allowed to ask questions.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And how much we struggled to just be adults. You know what I mean? To just be adults because like I'm just supposed to fall in line and everything's supposed to work out for me because I don't ask questions or I don't do anything. Like, no, that's not the way the world works, and that's not the way that I'm going to live my life. And if I have questions, I'm gonna ask.
Yeah. Exactly.
I want to know, and because I said so, or because it's the law, or because this, that, or the third is not a good enough answer for me. Tell me why.
Yep. Absolutely. And we've all had bad takes. If we were never like we've all had bad takes. We've all learned and we've been able to move and adopt better takes. Like that's literally what growth is. It's uncomfortable. Sometimes if you verbalize something that's just absolutely wrong, people are going to criticize you and get onto you for it. That's part of growing. That's what embarrassment does.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, absolutely. It's, yeah, like people should definitely be allowed to ask questions. And I feel like the Am I the Asshole thing, I feel like it's a really good, it can be a very good tool for that. But yeah, I guess personally, if I were ever to make an Am I the Asshole post, I would do it with the intent to actually learn from it. You know, to actually
seek answers.
Like, yeah, it's like I can't come up with an answer to this myself. What do other people think? And I feel like a lot of these people are actually doing the same thing here.
I agree.
I've seen a lot of Am I the Asshole posts where the original poster, like later, like several months after the post, they'd be like, "Thank you guys so much for like everything you guys have talked about, everything that you guys have said. I've done a lot of thinking, and it's like, yeah, you guys are right. I have some stuff to make up for, and I appreciate it." And that was like, good for you. Yeah. Like you
good
did
for you on being self-reflective.
You took, yes, good for you on being self-reflective, for taking responsibility, and then taking the steps to actually, you know, fix things. That's not easy to do. No. So good for you. That's you become an adult.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shall we do one more?
We can do one more. All right. Am I the asshole for wait, let me share this, I guess. This one looks interesting. All right, this one says, "Am I the asshole for letting my son talk about his origin?" It's coming from a gay couple, it looks like. Okay, the son was a test tube baby, it looks like. Okay. Okay. How intrigued are you by this?
Not really. Let's do something juicier. Let's do something way more we can sink our teeth into it.
Oh boy, okay, am I the asshole for refusing to pay my son's mom to watch him? Or these all these are very good. Am I the asshole for telling my sister to stop being a child and get a life?
Oh!
And then there's, am I the asshole for asking my uncle's mistress, now wife, to pay for his health care?
Oh!
Ooh.
Oh!
What do you think? All three of these are actually really good.
Oh!
So refusing to pay my son's mom to watch him, telling my sister to stop being a child and get a life, or asking my uncle's mistress / wife to pay for his health care.
Okay, you know what? Added perk for people who are here live on twitch.tv/Foggy LeBeau, by the way. If you are listening on Spotify or watching the VOD on YouTube, we are actually going to turn this over to live, the live chat, and we're going to let them vote on which one they would rather see.
You want me to make a poll real quick?
Do it. Do it. Manage the poll. Manage the poll! Morgan, hurry up. We're gonna let the Twitch chat decide on which one we're gonna do.
All right. So 1 is going to be refusing to pay my my son's mom to watch him. 2, telling my sister to stop being a child and get a life. And 3, we're asking my uncle's mistress to pay for his health care. And this is only going to go for 1 minute.
1 minute. Let's go.
There you go. Vote. It's up. Man, this is all of these are actually pretty, like, kind of serious.
Mm-hmm.
The ones between siblings always, like, I don't know, in a way they kind of make me anxious, because my siblings and I, we were always really close growing up, so confronting them like this directly about something and this harshly about something, in my mind, like, every time I read this, I'm like, it has to have been really bad.
Yawn. No, same. Growing up, my siblings and I were so close, so it was weird. But like now, who knows? Okay, well, at least we know number 2 is not happening.
Yeah, you guys are assholes. You guys are the asshole here. All right, so it's either refusing to pay my son's mom to watch him or the mistress one.
Between those two, which one is more juicy to you? I think probably
like the one,
yeah.
I think the first one is pretty cut and dry. Like, if you are the parent to this child, right off the bat, you can see they both have 50-50 custody. Why would you want to get paid for watching your child?
Yeah, fuck off.
The third one, I feel like there's actually a story to it.
Okay, well then let's go with the third one.
Okay. I can't believe you guys tied the poll. You guys are awful. You're awful human beings. It was plan 2. I see you over there. Time to tie the votes. No.
Haha! What you didn't know was it was rigged all along. We knew which one we were going to do in the beginning. Ha ha ha! Suckers. Shitbags. Ha 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 ha!
I hope when you lay down and go to bed, I hope your pillowcase is warm and moist.
Oh, just the way I like it. Let's go.
I don't like you. Okay, am I the asshole for asking my uncle's mistress, now wife, to pay for his health care? I'm joking, by the way. I love you, Foggy. All right. Okay, so my uncle, my dad's brother, married young to a woman from a wealthy family. Their marriage fell apart over time, and he ended up cheating on her multiple times. Oof. They stayed married until he got his long-term mistress pregnant.
Oh,
After this came to light, they divorced.
uncle's a dog.
Yeah.
Uncle's a dog, bro.
It really is.
Okay.
My uncle lost his family home and moved in with his mistress, now wife, far from our extended family. He's now almost 70 years old with a teenage daughter.
Oh!
70 with a oh.
Hell no.
While his other kids are adult with their own families. Okay. Unfortunately, he's fallen ill and needs medication, but his savings ran out due to bad investments. My dad has been paying for his medical bills, but he's retiring later this year. This guy just chose all the wrong dialogue options in life.
He really did.
I recently asked his now wife, former mistress, remember, to prioritize his healthcare over other expenses, especially since she's still planning to send their kid to an expensive private school. All of my other cousins went there, and hasn't been taking proper care of his health and food. She accused me of meddling too much and not wanting her daughter to succeed in life, and jealous of her as I did not go to private school growing up. I sympathize with my uncle's situation, but I also feel like this is largely self-inflicted on my uncle's and her part. Still, I don't think it's fair for my dad to bear the burden. Right, because the poster's dad is one paying for everything right now. So, am I the asshole for asking my uncle's wife to focus on his healthcare? Okay, cultural context.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
In a developing country in Asia, healthcare system isn't really good. I pointed out his past background to draw comparisons between what life he left and the consequences he's now facing. Okay.
Actually, cultural context is important here.
Yes.
That's a good question. What do you think?
I think, regardless of cultural context, if you are going to be in a relationship with someone, you do not fucking cheat ever.
Agreed.
It's so easy not to. If you are unhappy in this relationship, leave and find someone who you are happy with. Don't punish this person for your lack of maturity and restraint. They deserve better.
Agreed.
And you deserve better. You deserve to be happy. If you've fallen out of love, because that happens, go find somebody who you're happy with. Don't punish this person and make them miserable for your choices.
Agreed.
Now,
100%.
I think this guy, and again, due to like the reason why he doesn't have the food to take care of himself is because, like they said, poor investment choices. This guy made his bed.
He got to lay in it.
Yes, he's got to lay in it.
He got to lay in it. Yeah.
If his current wife cares, then she'll take care of him. You know, it's like private school, like investing in your kids' education is important. I'm all for that, but you can still get a good education without going to a private school.
Cultural context, though. Most Asian countries, education is very important. That is a very good point. Very important. I mean, like getting into a good school. Think about how important that is in a lot of Asian cultures.
Yeah, a lot of people. I know that a lot of kids in school, when they're studying with the intent to be in like a specific
pursue. Company. Yeah.
Like from
absolutely,
they are going for a specific.
They're pursuing a specific job. Position. Yes. So. Yeah. I'm just saying. Taking care of the husband in that cultural context is going to be probably not as important as taking care of the daughter.
I wonder what the uncle's opinion on it is. Like, what does he think about it? What does he want? Because we don't know anything about what his stance on all this is. Like, does he want his wife to take care of him? Does he want to focus just on his daughter's education? Because that's a big part of this.
I agree wholeheartedly. Like, what is the uncle's gonna say? Like, is he like, no, don't worry about me. Just take care of her. Like, what is he going to say?
Yeah.
About it. I think that's very, very important to, now at the same time, like wedding vows are wedding vows, you know, sickness and in health. But no, I 100% agree. So
Yeah.
it doesn't, it's not very, it's not very clear is what I was about to say. It's not very clear. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of muddled.
Yeah. Also, another part of cultural context is a lot of times the woman in the relationship is expected to serve and take care of the husband. Not saying that is their dynamic. I don't know what their dynamic is. We're not given any information on their dynamic, but like just going off of like cultural customs, that's usually the case. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess I wouldn't necessarily call like the poster the asshole for this. I think it's coming from a good place because he's trying to look out for his dad.
Yeah.
Because his dad is the one paying for medical expenses at this point. But again, this uncle made his bed. He has to lie in it, and I think he did his part. He suggested an alternative. That's his. He can wash his hands clean of it.
Agreed. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think we're I think that's a good place to stop.
Yeah, there's so many of these. These were really good ones too.
These were good, yeah.
He's had some really good like discussions related, like attached to him that kind of
for sure
we kind of went off on.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, with all that in mind, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much, everybody who's on Twitch, everybody who is listening in on Spotify, and of course, everybody over there on YouTube. Once again, you know, this is now season 2. Bigger and better things are happening. We're gonna start doing a lot more content. You know, we're branching out. We're branching out.
We're a tree.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are watching this on YouTube, be sure to drop a sub, you know, a subscribe. It's free, baby. Just hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and select all.
If you're not on Twitch, it is free.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you're on Twitch, if you're listening live on Twitch, give us a follow, bruh. It's free. Yeah, that's free.
That one's free.
I ain't even mad at you if you do it either. You know? And then of course on Spotify, if you could give us a rating, that would be really great. It would really help out the old Spotify for a rating and tell us what you like about it. Tell us what you dislike about it. We wanna you know, continue to grow, and we want to continue to make better and better content. And also let us know in the comments if you guys want to have a Discord specifically for the Coffee Lounge, because we could do that. Like that would probably be something that we could we could probably get done, and it would be a way better place for us to push information and to you know, get like all the requests that you guys want to bring in, and for us to react to and stuff like that. So yeah, just something to consider.
Are you, like, dear viewer, are you one of these people who wishes you could strangle a loved one or coworker? If you were Darth Vader, would you force choke the shit out of one of these people? Let us know. Maybe if you're wondering if you're the asshole, DM us and we'll judge you publicly.
Yeah, hey, actually, this is a great idea. Hold on, that's a great segue. Hold on. Guys, wait. Episode idea. Give us your Am I the Asshole situations, and let us judge you personally. Let us judge you personally. I want to do it. I want to do it.
We'll make please. Eye contact with the camera the entire time, too.
Yes. Whoa, yes. Oh, we gotta make a Discord, Morgan. We've got to do it. We've got to make a Discord. I don't know how to do it, but we've got to do it.
I'll take care of it for
you.
I'll
take care of it.
And as soon as it's made, you'll be the first person to like get access and like you'll get all permissions and everything. So
yes.
you and I will actually run it together. We'll be like
perfect
equals on it.
Perfect.
And then we'll make it public so people can start.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Actually, I was going to bring up again. If for a future coffee lounge you guys want to submit either reaction content, as long as it's TOS, it can be anything. It can be comedy, horror, funny videos, music, shows, clips, like literally anything you guys. If it's something you actually want us to see, just send it to us. Again, TOS.
TOS friendly, please. That's what we need from y'all. That's the only caveat, if you will. Yes. And then also that it doesn't get blocked. Like I really hate having to deal with like content that gets fully blocked, and especially on YouTube. Like it's so finicky on YouTube for stuff to get blocked. But nonetheless, that's neither here nor there. So Morgan, when can we expect the new Discord to come up?
Okay, so
obviously when you have time.
I can actually do that. I can do that tomorrow morning after I get back from work, because I have to work later on tonight. So after this, I'm probably gonna go to bed. But tomorrow morning, I will actually get the Discord up and running. I'll get that set to go.
Let's go.
And then, yes, within like a day or two, I would say.
Okay, awesome.
Because it shouldn't take long.
Awesome. Well, once again, if you're listening on Spotify or you're listening on YouTube, we appreciate you guys. And we will see you in Season 2, Episode 2. Let's go. It's great to be back.
The 2-2.
The 2-2. Bye, guys.